Well, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, July 18th. I'm Maggie Flecknoe, and this is Houston Happens. We are serving up quite the show on this tasty Tuesday. In fact, I'm so excited because Howdy Homemade Ice Cream is live in studio to celebrate National Ice Cream Month and National Disability Pride Month. And watch where you park, folks. Did you hear? AI is now writing parking tickets. Plus, you will not believe who is headed to Splitsville. That and more is headed your way, so what do you say? Let's get this show started, as always, with today's Top Talkers. Well, singer and superstar Taylor Swift just reached a new milestone in her career. The pop star has officially earned more #1 albums than any woman in history. Swift's re-recording of her 2010 album, Speak Now, Taylor's version, has officially debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. This is the 12th full length to hit the top spot, beating Barbra Streisand for the most chart toppers by a woman. Now, as for male performers, Drake also has 12, Jay-Z has 14, and the Beatles have 19. And T Swift, she is also having an impact on the economy. It is huge, my friends. According to the Philadelphia Federal Reserve Office, T Swift is personally responsible for a spike in U.S. tourism, which has actually boosted their hotel revenues for the first time since the coronavirus pandemic began. Now, Fortune data says with all that fans are spending on tickets, hotels, and everything else, the economic impact could be up to $4.6 billion or more just from this tour alone. And this past weekend in Colorado, Swift made a reported economic impact of $200 million in consumer spending. All I can say is Swift for president. Meanwhile, one female singer is having a very negative impact. Miranda Lambert called out some fans mid-performance for taking a selfie. Check it out.
I'm gonna stop right here for a sec, Danny. I'm sorry. These girls are worried about their selfie and not listening to the song. It's off a little bit.
Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. This actually happened Saturday night during the 39-year-old's Las Vegas residency. This is a look at the selfie and the nice group of ladies. They were simply like a mom's night out at her concert. Well, I have to say the majority of people, they're on their side. In fact, fans were not having it and actually left after this public scolding. Other fans have said during her concert she's been in quite a mood. So I don't know what's going on with her. She should be thankful that fans are going to her concert and not spending money on, I don't know, Taylor Swift or Beyonce. Just saying. Well, now for some entertainment news. Sofia Vergara and her hubby, Joe Manganiello, have actually separated and are divorcing after 7 years of marriage. The modern family beauty is currently celebrating her 51st birthday in Italy with a posse and has been posting a lot of pics on Insta, including this one with the caption, "When life gives you lemons, you come to Italy to squeeze them." Kind of sounds like she was the one that was dumped. Speaking of Splitsville, Ariana Grande says, "Thank you next." And can Mission Impossible stay first at the box office with the upcoming Barbie movie and Oppenheimer? Sam Rubin has all of that and more in today's entertainment report.
We begin at the box office, where this film opened, to no one's surprise, at #1.
Listen to me. The world's coming after you. His fate is written. Shall we write yours too?
If anything happens to them, there's no place that I won't go to kill you. That is written.
Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, $80 million total domestic take for a 5-day opening. Film opened last Wednesday. Good, really good, but not quite the $90 million some had predicted. Could the movie's length be a problem? Also, we heard from several fans about a movie called Sound of Freedom. This movie has made a total of $85 million in 13 days of release, $27 million this weekend for second place. Impressive numbers for what many in the business call a faith-based film. Elemental has had a very strong hold at the box office and still checks in the top 5. Now, it is among her biggest hits, but does the phrase "thank you next" now apply to her own marriage? Big breaking news from Ariana Grande. People magazine details that Ariana Grande and husband Dalton Gomez, they've been married for 2 years, but Ariana has announced that she and Dalton are now separated. TMZ had the first report. TMZ also reporting that Ariana has not been wearing her wedding ring recently. She was seated next to Andrew Garfield at Wimbledon over the weekend. Now to Ed Sheeran, currently on one of the highest grossing tours of 2023, sold out stadiums, screaming fans. And over the weekend, those screams reached epic proportions in Detroit when Ed was joined by a native son. Oh, you could hear the crowd when Sheeran brought out Detroit native Eminem as a surprise guest at Ford Field. The singer initially told the crowd that he wanted to play an Eminem cover. Then the rapper himself showed up in his signature black hoodie. Ed Sheeran's tour continues through the summer with a final stop September 23rd locally here in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium. That is your entertainment report here in Hollywood. I'm Sam Rubin.
Oh my gosh, I love Eminem, you know. Fun fact, I can rap like Eminem. Well, I tried to rap like Eminem. Don't put me on the spot. I mean,
Maggie, you said you can.
We only have a minute and a half for weather, okay? Well, the real forecast.
No, you stinker.
Oh, I should do it this way.
I can't tell either. Hey, you know what? Let's just go ahead and go to the graphics because our friend Adam, he actually made this for us. Isn't that so nice of him? Yay! And well, the whole reason I wanted to bring this up is because we've been talking about our highs for so long and triple digits this and heat index that. But in the morning time, it's also extremely warm. So he put these numbers together, consecutive days with lows of 80 degrees or higher. That means in the morning our temperatures haven't slipped below that 80. And in July we had 8 days of those, June 7, and then June also in 2023 we had 6 consecutive days where we didn't hit lower than 80 degrees. So the top 3 in the Maggie.
The what?
The top.
I'm not a meteorologist.
You know what, Adam, come on over here, honey. Adam, come on over here and explain this one more time. My brain is super fried right now.
I don't have a mic on. But my point was 3 of the top 4 longest streaks.
That one.
In the 135 years of records, 3 of the top 4 have been this year, this summer.
That's mind-boggling, right?
Oh my God, give it up. That's why he's our chief. That's why he's our chief.
Team weathering. All right. Hey,
Adam's Angels.
We have a heat advisory for today. Temperatures are going to be warm across the area.
I just am so glad it took you to bring Adam on the show. Adam, give it up for him. We love Adam. Backup dancers, in case you want to know, we're going to have a t-shirt made.
Yes, okay, and now you have to rap into the next story.
Oh, can I get a drop? No, I leave that up to Adam. He's the one that sings and drops it like it's hot.
No! All right.
All right, just stay tuned. We got plenty of Houston Happens after the break, including a local ice cream company helping the community by employing those with disabilities and so much more.
I came out with my pants unbuttoned.
So you trying to get me put off television?
Judge Mathis.
You got the real deal.
Next on CW 39 Houston.
Hi, I'm Devondra, a client of McCarran Law Firm. They go above and beyond to ensure that their clients receive the support they need during one of the most difficult times in their lives. Don't hesitate to call McCarran Law Firm.
Lost Texas Medicaid? Healthcare.gov is here for you.
Where can we find a low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that covers doctor visits?
Emergency care?
Prescriptions?
With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month.
What's the website again?
Healthcare.gov.
Kayaking is my thing.
Running is awesome.
But her moderate to severe eczema would make her skin so uncomfortable.
I was always so itchy, especially when I was hot.
Now my skin doesn't itch as much.
Now we're staying ahead of her eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion, and Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so they can have clearer skin and less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a wonderful thing.
Ask your child's eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal their skin from within.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty. Right now, get 0% APR on the 2023 Tucson or up to $1,500 bonus cash. Visit buyhyundai.com.
Hi, I'm Devondra, a client of McCarran Law Firm. They were more than just my lawyers, they were my support system during one of the most difficult times in my life.
Well, when I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. And I'm so excited because that's the anthem for the entire month of July. It's National Ice Cream Month. Here's the really cool part, though. It's also National Disability Pride Month. So joining us to help celebrate both is Howdy Ice Cream. We have the owner, Roderick Batson, and Santiago Molina. Thank you, gentlemen, for waking up with us.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm so excited to have you on here. Tell everybody a little bit about Howdy Ice Cream.
Yeah, so Howdy Homemade Ice Cream is a homemade ice cream shop in Katy, Texas. But what makes us unique is we have a mission behind what we do. So we hire heroes like Santiago. So 80 to 90% of our staff has special needs. And so that makes us very unique outside of having amazing ice cream.
So why did you decide to, support this community?
You know, my cousin Ezra Roy, he passed away right before I opened Howdy, actually. He had Down syndrome. And growing up with Ezra, I saw that they deserve the same opportunities that we are allowed, right? And so I know with patience and a little bit of love, like, they can do anything. And so Santiago is one of the heroes that shows that every day that he comes to work.
And Santiago, I've enjoyed talking to you already so much. What's your favorite part about working here?
Well, my favorite part is really how Howdy is really gather heroes and needs together to really help the customers. For them to feel welcome.
Right. And I asked you already, what's your favorite flavor?
Well, my favorite flavor is chocolate.
Chocolate? And I told you I love chocolate mint, and you guys said that you
have we have a pretty good chocolate mint.
Okay, but what else are you serving up?
So, we have many flavors. We have 16 flavors at a time, but we have amazing toppings. We have waffle bowls, waffle cones. We have some very unique flavors like Dr. Pepper chocolate chip, cheesecake ice cream. We have a really, really good dreamsicle right now.
Oh, so, dreamsicle?
Yes, like the old school dreamsicle pop.
Oh my gosh, my dad loves dreamsicles. We're gonna have to come there and
Tell
celebrate.
Him to come celebrate.
So where exactly are you located?
We're located on I-10 and West Green, right next to the Texas Roadhouse. It's an I-10 West Green shopping center.
Okay.
Right in the middle, Howdy Homemade Ice Cream.
And so you can get a scoop, you can stay there, or you can take some home.
Yes, we have pints, we have a 1 scoop, we have a 2 scoop, and we have waffle bowls, waffle cones. You can definitely take some home, and come support us. It's amazing.
I love it. And Santiago, why would you tell everybody that it is so important to celebrate National Disability Month?
I mean, it's very important because, with everything that Rod did and everything that he already just tell, you just to recognize and honor every work that we all do. Right.
And you're no different than us, right?
Right.
Yes, you're still a person, you're amazing. In fact, I think you're better than everybody because you're spirit, and you are very honest. That's what
he's the most honest, and he has an amazing spirit. Our heroes have the best customer service. They make it fun to come to work every day, and so it's amazing. I hope the community continues to support. Saturday is our 2-year anniversary. $2 ice cream all day. So please come out and support these heroes.
And it's your work anniversary. You've been there since the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, since later in the beginning.
Yes, exactly. Well, we're excited, and thank you guys so much to come and celebrate with us.
Thank you for having us.
And we'll have, of course, all of the details over on our website, CW39.com. Now, here's a fun fact. Have you guys ever gotten a parking ticket?
Oh, yeah, yes, I have.
Yeah, right? Well, get this. Officers, they no longer are the only ones that can give a parking ticket, you guys. In fact, some cities in the U.S. are exploring the use of artificial intelligence for this. Here's more in today's TechSmart. Doesn't sound good.
The Big Blue bus line provided 7.7 million trips last year, but not all were on schedule.
In other areas of the corridor, our average bus speed is about 3 miles per hour.
Why so slow? Cars improperly parked or stopped can bring bus lanes to a crawl.
The question becomes, how do we in other cities keep vehicles that should not be in the transit lane out of the lane?
The answer may lie in AI. Santa Monica among a growing number of cities exploring the use of AI cameras that can spot violations and issue tickets instantly.
One of them is our compute box, and this is the brain behind our system.
Charlie Torito is with Hayden AI, a startup developing smart enforcement technologies using AI and machine learning. Already, their cameras are installed in buses in New York City and soon Washington, D.C. As buses drive their routes, special cameras capture the license plates of cars that shouldn't be there.
Our cameras are able to be accurate to within 10 centimeters. We know if a vehicle is moving or whether a vehicle's stopped.
The cameras are on the windshield. They're capturing what's happening in the bus lane. That information's being sent to a brain right here, which is using AI to process what's happening in real time. During Santa Monica's 45-day pilot, the system identified more than 500 potential violations. A fine is nearly $300.
We don't make any more or any less, depending on the number of violations that are captured.
While it seems like AI might be an excuse to print money, cities say the real point is to get buses moving, reduce emissions, and entice more people to ride.
Our goal is not to issue citations, but our goal is to change behavior.
Wow. Well, turning to your money and future, it's really never too early to start planning for your retirement. And I'm so excited. I always love seeing her. Good friend of the show, Tracy Lamson with Lamson Retirement Solutions, is here to help guide us. Now, we're going to be talking today about safe money.
Exactly.
So what exactly is safe money?
That's what we call ourselves, as safe money advisors, where we're on the safe side. You know, we protect everything else in our lives. So again, it's about protecting our income or protecting our assets for down the road in retirement. Making sure that we have what we need. We always talk about don't go backwards. So we use these buzzwords of zero floor, you know, don't go backwards, be your own bank, compound interest, and fees. You know, fees play a big part.
Yes.
Even 1%, you wouldn't realize the lost dollar that you actually lose by paying that 1%, you know? So in the illustration that we have, if I give you, you know, kind of an example of it, is what's important are these three components. We want a zero floor where in the years that the market goes backwards, our money never goes backwards, you know? So the market may be down 1 year, but we're gonna stay where we were, you know, on our previous anniversary.
Right.
Where if the market's up, we're gonna earn that interest, we're gonna retain those gains. So because we never go below zero, that's called compound interest. You know, you don't need years of 30% returns when you're getting a 5% return, and on that you get a 7% return where you're never going backwards or losing your money.
Okay.
And then fees. We say fees are a huge option, you know, for most of the retirees, you know, when we get to retirement stage, we don't want to pay fees at this point. We've worked and we've saved and we want to at least earn and be able to spend what we've made.
Exactly.
So they're optional. If you don't, you know, need a special income for life or paycheck for life that we have to create for you, a personal pension, then we can use these, you know, products that suit or more suited for you. In the end, it's all about whatever age you are, whether you're in your 20s or you're about to retire, we have plans, and it's about protecting and making sure in today's world where the market can go up 40% or back 40%, that you have enough money or to be your own bank, basically, through retirement.
This. And you know what I love about you is because this is overwhelming. And especially when it's your money and you're vulnerable and then you're like, oh my goodness, I'm retiring, I'm not gonna have that check all the time.
That's right.
So that's why we turn to you all.
Right.
How can we get in touch with you? Because you help make it make sense and we trust you.
Well, with my husband being retired for 12 years and, you know, getting the phone call with 2 boys under 5 that to go identify my dead husband, I made it, you know, it comes from passion within to educate others so that they don't ever go through the things that I've learned.
Right.
You know, I've paid the price in order to help my clients.
Well, we appreciate you. So here's the number on your screen.
281-459-0023. The first 50 callers, we're going to waive our $500 an hour fee, and we will give you a complete financial analysis of where you are today and what your plan looks like all the way through, 20, 30 years of retirement.
Well, as always, I love having you.
Thank you, Maggie.
So much. And stay tuned. We have plenty of Houston Happens after the break.
Tonight on News Nation, can the former vice president outrun his former running mate? How Mike Pence plans to gain momentum on the campaign trail as his rivals continue to dominate the polls. Pence, live one-on-one on Elizabeth Vargas Reports. Tonight.
There it is. That feeling you get when you can do more with less asthma. It starts with Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Can you picture it? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
We're a AAA family.
We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge difference.
Switch to insurance through AAA Texas today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
Find out how much you could save by switching to insurance through AAA Texas. Call 877-585-2166 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
It doesn't take much to turn a small outdoor space into something more. Rooms to Go Patio makes it easy. With an incredible selection of stylish, quality outdoor furniture designed to fit your space and your budget. Whether you need a single piece or an entire set, you can easily find everything your outdoor space needs at a price you want. So relax, entertain, or create that perfect outdoor escape you've always wanted. I'm Julianne Huff, and this is what's possible at Rooms to Go Patio.
Okay, so I love to shop, but when it comes to shopping for electricity, it can be a hassle. Well, never fear, our friends at Power Wizard are here. Please welcome to the show Tatiana and Christine. Ladies, thanks so much. Always great having you because you make things make sense. Yes. And like I say, this can be a hassle. Tell us why.
Oh, there are hundreds. First of all, there are 40 or 50 different electric providers.
Right.
They offer, 10, 20 plans, so there are hundreds of plans to choose from. So what is the right one to pick? That's always difficult to.
Exactly. And sometimes you don't want to just go with the big name, right?
No, for sure not. So the big names, they're usually what we found are the most expensive providers. And to really find the best plan, there's hours of shopping, comparing. You kind of need to know your usage. Mm-hmm. Some plans offer a plans you have to use a lot, you have to use little. So what's the right plan? That's always difficult to find.
So that's where Power Wizard comes into play, which I love. And Christine, there's also, you have some tips too of when we should be looking to change our plan.
Yeah, August is probably one of the worst months to enroll. It's just super hot, rates go up super high. You can actually enroll up to 60 days in advance with some companies it's 30 days. So a good tip is to lock in rates prior to that if that's when your contract is ending. And you can also just enroll with us now and we'll do it for you up to 60 days in advance.
So we can plan ahead. We don't have to wait till August, even if that's when it's up.
Yes.
Oh, I had no idea. See, these are things I don't even think about.
Yeah, rates in August are super high. So if you're, like Christine says, if your plan expires in August, shop now, lock in that rate now.
Okay, well, we want to contact you guys now because August, time is flying. It's going to be here before we know it. So how do we get in touch with you and how does Power Wizard work?
We do so much more because people become a member of Power Wizard. We shop for them. We have good strategies. We know when rates are high, when they're low, when it's the best best time to enroll. We do the enrollment for our customers. We manage their plans. We renew them as well. So we know when the plan expires so they never roll over to the month-to-month rates. And constantly keep them up to date and manage the electricity for them.
So what do we need when we get in touch with you? What are some advice that you have?
Oh, super simple. I mean, you don't even have to know who your current provider is. Wow. We will maybe want to see a bill just so we know whenever your contract is ending. But if you know that it's ending soon, we can sign you up as early as 60 days.
All right. They are taking the hassle out of this shopping so you can spend more money and shop for, I don't know, shoes or bathing suits or a vacation, right? Again, contact Power Wizard. They will take the hassle out of shopping for electricity. As always, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
And that's nearly a wrap on today's show. Before we go, here is a look at today's sponsored content. And we will be back here tomorrow morning, same place, same time. For more Houston Happens, I'll be off, but I will be back on Friday for a very, I repeat, very special theme show. I wonder what it's going to be. Let's just say a lot of pink. In the meantime, bye for now. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.